Yo. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome. Welcome to hopefully the final part of Tunguska. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are late today. About 45 minutes later than usual on the same day. Hey, what's up, Robert? So let's just jump right into it. I think we have section 12, 13, and epilogue. Let me also open. Ooh, that could have been bad. I don't think I leaked anything though. Nope, we're chilling. Let me open up my Discord to make sure that I have everything ready so I don't search for it later. And then we jump right into this. Why is it so far up? I don't think the second one's pinned. Okay, here we go. Section 12, 13. Okay. The one clever solution. At first. Oh, here we go, the Tunguska stuff. At first, that was light. Then, heat. Then the impact. And finally, sound. The prayers of all the animals that lived in the Tunguska woods and the enormous roar of the sudden death that had been engraved upon their souls. All mixed with a great airburst of the meteor that had fallen from space. Diffusion and condensation, implosion, traces of impurity that bent and distorted the fabric of space-time. Oh, that was how this beast came into being. Oh. Huh. Yo, what's up, them? Huh. Its origins had no connection to either legend or history. It was the product of disaster, nature, and prayers agonizingly screamed into the void. A nature spirit who had nothing to do with humanity despite possessing a natural spirit origin. So she was created on Earth, actually. She didn't come from a place further, like beyond the stars. Okay. The disaster that befell this land also gave rise to a new life. Amid the flames, the newborn creature smiled wickedly in its hideous body. Its spirit origin, formed from screams and suffering, felt comfortable. They're the same. Annihilation by natural disaster and annihilation by pillaging. They're both the same. The beast was born smiling in the light. It couldn't help just how much it enjoyed itself. The cries of the animals as they were slaughtered by human hands were like rain washing dirt off its body. Humans didn't keep their promises, ever. Animals always understood, even from birth, that they had to kill to survive, and used whatever they killed to improve their lives. It was all in service of improving on what came before. Such was the order of the natural world. The species that lasted the longest made use of the most lives. But humans forgot that promise. They forgot their responsibilities. They lived alongside animals, but not for the prosperity of the species. Then why? Why was the ground drenched in blood? Why had so many species gone extinct? And there was no answer. Of course there wasn't. Humans never had a purpose for doing what they did. The beast felt no anger, no grief. Its very spirit origin was born from a natural disaster. It would side with neither humans nor animals. But it was troubled by the unpleasant sense that something did not add up. Coexisting for happiness, not to flourish. Raising animals to share in their joy rather than to protect them. Affection and taming, as animals, that love was inherently contradictory. In the natural world, love is what those who raise children feel. But the idea of raising something solely for the joy of it was alien to the beast, to me. And yet, You who wounded the earth, the only being to be born from the ashes of all those deaths. Cursed beast. I doubt many will celebrate your birth. Still, you should at least have a name. Yaskaya. It felt like someone had given me a name. Or maybe I had simply named myself. Yaskaya. Yanskaya. Koyanskaya. 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 That was when I understood that these feelings I had were evil. They went against natural law. No living thing should have these feelings. Not even the beings they call gods could control feelings like these. These feelings must warp every living thing born on this planet. Like a human who's killed by the animals they love. Like a god who's rejected by the humans they love. I see, then I'll take that form. When the fourth position opened up in 2019, I was incarnated as that replacement. If affection, taming was evil, then I would follow those laws to the letter, evil creature that I am. I would take over for the god who was once denied that same love. I was born without a father, without a mother. Lacking a father to inherit anything from and a mother to be born from, I came into existence as a singular being. Why? Why else? To learn about a mother's love, true love. And yet, I had no mate. I was the only one of my kind on this entire planet. So, I decided to take in children. I visited several lost belts, hypothetical worlds, and I collected monstrous children. Children that would suit a monster like myself. The children I took in were incorporated into my tales, where they gave up their souls and their DNA. Of course, I didn't do this by choice. They simply mimicked the story of the spirit origin. Yo, what's up, Luna? The nine-tailed fox birthed countless creatures from its tails. That's how the monsters of Japan were born. It was the legend of another beast, just like me. The fair-faced golden fox, the nine-tailed beast. I decided to follow its example. I would obtain 9 tails, and through them, 9 children. But I didn't want just any creature for my children. I would never accept animals from a world humans control. What's up, Lilipen? As a being who refused anything to do with humanity, who refused to accept humanity at all. I knew that my children would have to be creatures that didn't exist in human history. Hence, the Lost Belts. Worlds far removed from humanity, dead even as they lived. Such monsters as could only survive in worlds like that would be my perfect children. My first. My second. My third. My fourth. My fifth. My sixth. I use the information I absorb from them as the base to make all sorts of new lives. Before I knew it, I'd made a forest and rivers. I'd created a place where humans could never harm its inhabitants, a world where humans would never be born. No creatures would need self-awareness, no will of their own. In a dog-eat-dog world, amid an endlessly repeating cycle of life, these animals would live and die with nothing to get in their way. And then, one day, I would. Oh, that was a fun little section there. That was a fun little section. What's up, Rio? Or funny little arrow. Let's see, aftermath of the battle. Ah! I can do this! Yeah, go for it, Nikic. Sbushang. Sbushang. Momo. Enough of my noble phantasm. Follow my lead, my mount. You got it. Wash away sin and gaze upon the sky. Come, three-headed dragon. Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? Zmei Gurnich. These are the radiant flames of the cursed three-headed dragon. Now taste the fires of hell. Cool concept. Yeah, I agree. I think it's fun. I think I'm gonna talk about it after, actually. Your turn, Tangwang. Activating all 84 inscription seals. Come to me, Scourge of the Gods. Come to me, my weapon of old. Let the sky open up. Come. Dasham bien. The haze is dissipating. There's Nikki using her strongest attack, then Titan Wang doing the same, with an anti-beast cherry on top. Not even a beast can deflect so many powerful attacks. We need one more good hit. Caldia, if you would. By my command spell, I order you. Mash. Shit yourself. Let's go! Ah! From above. Bunker bolt, point blank shot. Ha! Nice Mash. You nailed her right in the head. Too bad you didn't notice me tossing Mash skyward, beast. Nice of you to make the ceiling so high for us. Thank you for helping us out, everyone. Let's go! So how are we holding up, Kolanskaya? The target's magical energy levels have dropped significantly, and her expanded spirit origin has returned to its normal size. Yep, and seeing that too. Not bad. Her human form looks the same as it did before, but her combat effectiveness is way down. That sounds good to me. It looks like the forced spatial erosion beasts are known... Oh, forced spatial erosion beasts are known for has stopped too. The mass of her spirit origin is... Whoa, still over 200,000 tons. Oh, damn. 200,000 tons. No biggie, no biggie. That all sounds like good news. I guess it means the battle is over for now then. Well then, I'm gonna head on back ahead of you guys. See you at Caldia. Right, see you later. Is that it? Great job, everyone. We hung in there and we won. You won. My spirit core is still very much intact. All I've lost is some magical energy. The sheer hubris, trying to fight me as if it was some kind of sporting match. It's appalling. Especially since our little match is far from over. Too slow. Oh. Infinite combat beasts. They're springing up from the ground. No, from the walls too. Your reactions are too slow. Your instincts are too slow. Your strategies are too slow. And above all, you were too slow to realize it was already too late. I count almost 1,000 combat beasts filling the air, filling the hall. Countless guns and cannons designed explicitly for killing humans. This is bad, really bad. I do beg your pardon. These are both a hobby and my authority as a beast, nigh weapon. Since I've been killed far more times than anyone else, I can use your human weapons better than you can. Oh boy. Her target is... Senpai! Give me a boost, delivery mat, hurry! Oh. Use the command hold without looking away. Ah! Bears a Damask! Bears a Damask. Are you alright, master? Oh, okay, thanks to Nikic. Nikiti. Nikic, you took all those bullets yourself. Ooh. My second noble phantasm is an armored conceptual weapon. Not that it lasted very long against those bullets. But hey, I'm still alive. Oh. Nikic. That's quite the attack, alright? I can't believe you can use human weapons better than humans can. Yeah, you have a right to call yourself an evil of humanity. That's a bitterly ironic power. But the only thing it's good for is killing humans. It's not enough to bring down a heroic spirit, especially one who was always closer to nature than civilization. So it only worked half as well on me. Still pretty painful though. Oh, thanks. Well, this isn't great. I'm pretty sure I can't do that again, not even with another command spell. Thank you, Nikic. Don't be silly. Not really for a temporary contract. I've just so much obligation to protect you, as I do the Grand Prince of Kiev. Tagungwang. It's all up to you now. Nikic! Okay. Oh, never mind. She's good. She's just resting. Don't worry. Her spirit core is fine. Tough as she is. I'm sure she'll wake up soon. Mesh, would you watch her for now? Yes, of course. Teleport's behind you. Pardon me, Tunguska. You get it, right? Try anything funny, anything at all, and I'll separate your head from your shoulders. So, call this off, if you know what's good for you. Well... For the time being, it looks like Tunguska has been neutralized. So far, so good. Of course, we're inside her reality marble now. She may very well die if we cut off her head. But what if she doesn't? She probably either summon an infinite number of lost skin, or an infinite number of large combat beasts will open fire on us. If she does, I can be sure we'll be able to keep Lord Delivermat safe this time. And if he dies, the chance of restoring proper human history dies with him. So I have to do something before that happens. Just stay calm, Taigongwang, stay calm and activate your thought keys. Pamovich Tunguska, a lost beast, who created a sanctuary in spite of her hatred for humans. What in the world are you? Initiating remote contact with target spirit core. Success. Beginning real-time analysis. A utopian sanctuary where wildfire flourishes. and a hellish landscape full to bursting with loathing for humankind. They say that reality marbles are windows into their users' souls. So this place must contain your heart's deepest secrets. So then you must be... Taegon Wang. I know, don't worry, I've got this. Tell me, Tunguska, you're the one around whom this whole world revolves. Who are you, truly? Who am I? Haven't I made it abundantly clear by now? An nine-tailed fox. No, you're not Daji's shadow. I sense nothing of that Millennium Fox spirit within you. You're indeed a beast, an evil of humanity, and you may look like the fair-faced golden fox, but you're not her. So then why are you a beast? Why did you choose this place? Why do you hate humans so much? Why are you who you are? And why? Why are you here? That's right. The question is... why here? I actually really like the Tunguska lore. I think it goes kind of hard. It's kind of cool. Why this place? Which one suffered a massive explosion? Why did you become a beast so proficient in killing humans? Why are you trying to become a nine-tailed fox like Daji? Yeah. Maybe Tunguska and that explosion are connected somehow. Tunguska. Gotcha. At times, you direct your flames to slaughter. At times, you offer a recompense and a solution and extend a hand of contradictory affection. And I can see there's something you love, too. Analysis complete. Retrieving spell. Disengaging remote contact with target spirit core. Tunguska, I'm going to ask you one more time. Did you come here from the sky? Oh, and why would you think that, Taoist? Uh-huh. From the sky. Uh-huh, here it is. No, let me be more precise. I know what you are. You're the power of the explosion that ravaged Tunguska over 100 years ago. You are the lamentations of the animals who were wiped out that day. You're the screams and suffering of nature itself. You're the despair living creatures feel for sudden death. You're the cursed prayers and agonized howls that were burned into this place, Tunguska. All melded together to become a beast in flesh and form. That is who you are. Miss Taomovich Tunguska. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm really liking all of the mystery around Tunguska. That's really cool. Hello? Okay. What was it loading? Okay. You're the cursed prayers and agonized howls that were burned into this place, Tunguska. All meld together to become a beast in flesh and form. That is who you are. Miss Taomovich Tunguska. The Tunguska incident, then... do you mean she's a concept come to life? The incarnation of the Tunguska incident? No, I shouldn't be ruling that out. There have been other instances of concepts becoming heroic spirits, and besides, meddling with concepts is also said to be the heights to which Magecraft aspires. And even though it was a natural phenomenon, it was also a massive disaster that human history couldn't ignore it. Which means it becoming a coastliner isn't at all out of the question. I guess so, yeah. Yep, the director's right. We know for certain that Tunguska is a servant. The fact that she's an alter ego alone is proof of that. By definition, there are other aspects of her existing heroic spirits. Of course, that's all assuming you're right, Taegon Wang, and guessing you have a good reason for your conclusion. Oh, you could say that. I reached this conclusion by examining her spirit origin and spirit core. I had to use a finicky spell to do it. For it to work, a lot of very particular conditions had to be met. But fortunately, I managed to get it working. Though not without a few moments of jaw-clenching worry. Incidentally, you were the one who gave me the last hint I needed, Lord Delivermet. Me? Why did you cast a spell on me? When did you cast a spell on me? Well, I say spell, but it's technically Feng Shui, a sage art, if you prefer. They can be quite tricky, as they don't have the same extensibility as Western magecraft, but if you can get them working, sometimes they can be just the thing. Suffice to say, they can do all sorts of handy things. Oh really? Like peeking at ladies' secrets? Exactly. I took a look at your true nature. For example, I know. Miss Tunguska, you don't actually care about humankind one way or the other, do you? Huh. Hang on, that can't be right. We've all seen how cruel she can be, not to mention her obsession with sadistically torturing humans. If she really didn't care about us, one way or another, then why would she... But it is the very fact that she doesn't care that allows her to be so impersonal when dealing with us. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure she really does hate humankind, but not enough to go out of her way to eradicate them herself. At most, she'll just toy with us now and then, though her idea of fun does tend towards the bloody. But still, in the end, her interest in us extends only to enjoying the show as we are eradicated. And that's because, deep down, she honestly couldn't care less about us. Well, Tunguska, is he right? Go on, say something. Oh, Fox got your tongue. Gah. In the year 1908, a massive explosion occurred over the forest of Tunguska. With it came a blinding flash, intense heat, a massive impact, and many sudden deaths. I'm sure there were some animals who must have confused that explosion for gunfire. But it was in fact simply a natural disaster that claimed their lives. The deep-seated resentment for humans is essentially no more than residual thoughts pasted on after the fact. A texture that's only skin deep. That's why you can't really get too invested in the eradication of humankind. One look at this biosphere is all it takes to see what it is you really want. That's right, there's something you value far more than eradicating humans. You figured it out too, right, Lord Delivermet? I think it's exactly because you don't get along with humans that... I swear, the counterforce was it? I saw records of it from the Seventh Singularity, but it's a truly irritating thing. Ooh, from the Seventh Singularity. I can't believe it was able to find a heroic spirit this perfectly suited to match me. Or maybe just that sheer variety is proper human history's greatest weapon. Indeed, I'm very sorry about that. We do have well over 10,000 years of history to work with. Suffice to say, our site has no shortage of experts and specialists for just about any situation you can think of. So it would seem, I clearly lost and I decided to go into the defensive. Good grief, I suppose I have no one to blame but myself. It's all my fault for getting saddled with an extra curse and stopping to lick my wounds. If I really wanted to kill you all, I should have taken the initiative and gone after it myself. Oh well. Crazy that you're showing us this. It's not as though I suffered any losses, so no regrets about how that whole thing turned out. Now that the original Beast 4, Primate's murder, is gone, that might be able to take his place. But I guess that's just a pipe dream now. I swear, it really feels like this whole planet has it out for me. My dreams of becoming a beast have been dashed. You Chaldeans have walked all over me. It's so infuriating. I feel as though I might just lose my mind. You know, now that it's come to this, maybe I'll just blow myself up and take this whole place with me. Matt gonna slander counterforce after that. I feel like we always slander the counterforce, so I'm gonna abide this time. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna hold myself back. What? This is bad. Tunguska may be acting cute about it, but she's deadly serious. Trust me, she's a staunch believer in taking everyone with her if she has to go down. If I may make a proposal, why not just, well, stop? Forget about trying to become a beast, or pretending to be one of the foreign god's disciples, or having anything to do with Chaldea or human history. You can just leave it all behind and be done with it. Huh? I have a third option in mind, one that doesn't involve either of us dying or being wiped out. What do you say, Miss Tunguska? Will you give it a chance? I mean, you don't even care about humans, right? So don't you think it would be ridiculous to risk your life for something so insignificant? You know, that's a good point. Chaps! No. No, don't look at me like that. Believe me, I'm not going soft on her or anything. I'm just thinking of what's most likely to get me out of here alive. This whole place is part of Tunguska, right? We have no chance of escape if she blows herself up, so there must be some kind of compromise here. Not to mention that, well, this isn't the last bout. There's no actual need for us to kill each other here. No reason we can't just all coexist peacefully. So if we can't talk this out, there's no point in us fighting. Isn't that right, Delivermed? No, young master of Chaldea. You didn't grow up as a cold-blooded mage. You're an ordinary person who's been thrust into a position of extraordinary responsibility. So I'm sure you understand what I mean. In fact, you probably understand better than anyone. Yeah. I hear you, Goffy. Fighting to eradicate every last one of your enemies is such a pain. Did you have to put it like that? That might have been one of my top 3 all-time best moments in my whole life, you know? Oh, sorry. I guess I'm not too good at putting things delicately. I didn't mean what I said, though. We're talking about the kind of war where all you get for your troubles is a pile of corpses, right? And you did not fight it if you can help it, right? I'm just saying, I'm right there with you. I'm genuinely astonished. I would have thought you in particular would still be nursing a deep grudge against me, Your Excellency. Oh, believe me, I very much am. I'll never forget the mistakes I made in Chaldea, or the many atrocities you've committed. But this isn't about any of that. I'll pay the price for my foolish mistakes, and you can pay the price for your crimes in your own time. My, how cold of you, Your Excellency. You really did turn out to be the third-rate. You really did turn out to be third-rate right to the end. As a mage, of course. Still, as a loser, I have no right to choose. Go on then, kill me, sell me away, do what you will with me. It won't make much difference either way. Even with me out of the picture, there will still be a second or third. Come now, didn't you hear me? I said I have another option. Yes, proper human history can be cruel. There are never enough seats on the boat you want to ride. I have a pretty good eye, and I know a lot about a lot of things. When it comes to the Lost Belts, Chaldea has no choice but to destroy them to ensure their and humanity's survival. That's not the case here, though. Your world has nothing to do with human history. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that you should accept my proposal. There's absolutely no reason for us to try and kill one another. Really, it's simple. That's not how I see it. I've already put down roots here in my birthplace. This world is the cradle I need to metamorphose into a fully mature beast. Once I begin the process, I can't move from this spot until my transformation is complete. And now, I failed. Big time. Since it's not possible for me to mature anymore, I'll be stuck in this spot forever. So, even if you succeed at taking back your precious humanity and proper human history, my little world here in the corner of Siberia may cause all sorts of errors when it comes time to restore it. She has a point. We could argue about exactly how we're going to take back and restore proper human history. But I can't deny that the scenario she's describing is a real possibility. So, so what should we do then? Maybe it'd be better if we just put her out of her misery. We could always try cutting off her head and seeing what happens. What do you think, Master? If you think we should behead her, just say the word and I'll... No, that's okay. You said there's another way, right, Taigong? That's right. In fact, I think everyone will be happy with what I've got in mind. Now, if I may. This place is a reality marble. It's an inner world that perfectly reflects Koan's mindscape. It's not as distorted as a singularity created with a holy grail, nor does it have the finality of a lost god. Which means this world can continue to exist. True, I suppose it's possible that it could impede the restoration of humanity, at least if it were to stay here. But what if it was somewhere else? That's right. It could go someplace else. Someplace not even on this planet. Or do you truly think there's nowhere in the endless expanse of space that you and your world could continue to exist? You want to yeet them into space? That's it. A place where this world wouldn't interfere with the restoration of humanity. Space! It's at least theoretically possible. Since this world's outer shell seems to be exceptionally strong, I think it should be more than able to withstand even the harsh vacuum of space. Of course, it would need a way to preserve its atmosphere too, but if we give her a mystic code with the right spells embedded in it, then... A mystic code can do all that? That's one strong mystic code. Wow, Mesh, I don't think I've ever seen you so excited. Easy there, girl. Just take it easy. Yeah, Mesh. Take it easy. Wait, Tikiti. You're already feeling better. You really are tough, huh? That's my master for ya. Nikitic, have you recovered? Mesh used the medicine, her shield, to heal her. Wait, was I saying Nikic all this time when her last name was Nikitic? I don't know. I feel like I've been saying Nikic, maybe. I don't know, maybe I have been saying Nikitic. Easy that, Mesh. Easy does it. We probably shouldn't get ahead of ourselves, Mesh. Yes, you have. Oh. Oh. Right. I misread it. I thought it said Nikic. I don't know why. Sorry. It was such a beautiful idea he came up with. I couldn't help but get excited. Don't apologize. An idea this spectacular deserves a little excitement. There's a third option I propose. We temporarily freeze Tunguska's space-time and send her and her world into space. Of course, I'll set a freezing spell to automatically defrost her space-time once she reaches a safe location. Whoa, slow down! Space-time freezing! Space Shovel, what are you saying? That's practically magic you're talking about, especially the former. Allow me to explain. Setsumeshio. I understand your concerns very well, Director. Ordinarily speaking, sending an entire landmass into space would be the stuff of science fiction. However, this is no ordinary landmass. This is a reality marble, a single being's inner world. Which means... if we can halt the forced deployment of this reality marble on the surface and return her to her original human size. Exactly. We won't change her actual mass, but in this case, size is what matters. That said, even at human size, it would be difficult for me to launch her into space with the power I possess. So I'll tweak the space to shrink her down a little more, until she can fit in the palm of my hand. then I'll be able to send her into space. No problem. You will? As far as freezing her space-time goes, the fact that this world is the reality marble works in our favor. I wouldn't have to interfere with space-time directly. I would only be slowing down her own natural life cycle as much as possible, which would be effectively indistinguishable from freezing her space-time. Wow, Miss Tunguska, what do you think? What do I think? Needless to say, there will be no humans to worry about once you have left Earth's orbit. You could freely pursue becoming an evil of humanity even without any humans around. You could expand your world further. And if you were feeling especially brave, you could even try giving your children self-awareness. Of course, there's also the matter of the Tree of Emptiness branches currently covering the Earth's atmosphere. Those could very well get in the way of any attempts to launch you into space. We'll just have to clear them out of the way. That would make things easier. So what you're suggesting is, after we cut down all the trees of emptiness, but right before we begin restoring humanity. Oh, okay. So we're gonna wait with that. We send this old Tunguska off into space. You've got it. Now, let's get started, shall we? Whoa, hang on. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the sheer magnitude of what you're proposing here. Space-time freezing, space travel. What's more, you're planning to launch an entire reality marble without even a rocket or a space shuttle. Man, that sounds awesome. I mean, what's the escape velocity of a reality marble? Surely it can't be that much, right? Just a good throw and it's gonna be out there. I mean, just calm down everyone, all of you. Wang, even if you could reduce her size, you're only talking about her outward appearance, right? You yourself said her mass wouldn't change. Even if you could provide the crazy amount of energy necessary to launch a massive landmass like this into space, how in the world would you make it exceed light speed so it could reach other celestial bodies? Even the Stormbolder's 3 magical reactor cores running at full blast in tandem wouldn't reach anywhere near enough power. Well, as it turns out, I do know a way, and a proven one at that. Tell me everyone, are you familiar with Noah? Noah? You know, guy with the ark. Yeah, the guy with the ark. Yeah, the ship guy. Yeah, man. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but my brain is so foggy I can't put my finger on it. It's the one with a raven at the end, right? You mean Noah from the Old Testament? The one who built a huge ark and used it to save 2 of every animal from dying in a worldwide flood. That's the one. As a matter of fact, he and I are old friends. He taught me all sorts of neat tricks. What? Okay, sure, man. Really? So that's your game? This is all starting to sound a lot more plausible now. Really? Am I the only one who's still as lost as a fox in the chicken coop store? I get it. Because Tunguska has a fox too. Good one, Goffy. That wasn't my intention. What? What are we doing here? I may not be as good at building arcs as Noah, but I still studied directly under Lord Yensh Tianzun. And back when I was in my prime, I managed things that even a divine Xian would be proud of. So even if it's impossible, I'll find a way to make it happen. That being said, I'll still need your help to pull it off. Nothing onerous, mind you. All I need for you to do is sit tight and let me cast my spell in peace. Well, Miss Tunguska, do you accept my proposal? Of course not. Have you gone completely soft in the head? Break your arm patting yourself in the back if you want, but leave me out of it. I can still kill myself and take you all with me. Why would I agree to such a ridiculous proposal instead? Oh, I think you will, Tunguska, after all. This is a mutually beneficial business deal, no? You just had to say exactly the right thing to take advantage of the one principle I hold dear. I think we must have gotten too close. Fine, fine. I'll go along with your plan. That's all it took. Beast 1 was vanquished through dialogue. Beast 2 was vanquished through separation. And now for Beast 4, you've found a mutually acceptable answer for both parties with no bloodshed necessary. Congratulations on the successful elimination of another beast, everyone. You've convinced this fox to go home with her tail between her legs. Though, of course, I only do so under duress, because I've lost. Alright then, Lord Deliverman, give me all the magical energy you've got and then some. Go for it. Good news, Tiger Wang. I'll give you my blessing too. If this spell fails, you'll be blown to smithereens, right? My instincts are saying so much. As much. What's up, Zeno? This stream time, I was a bit late to it because I had other things to do. I pinged it in Discord. And I posted it on YouTube as well. And I scheduled it 45 minutes ahead. Very astute. Alright then, everyone, if you could all lend me your support, I would very much appreciate it. You got it, Slick. Oh, thanks. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'll help you if you need it. I'll help if you need it. And that will come to that. But thank you, Lady Ibukidoji. That's oddly reassuring. More. More. I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about Sage Arts, but I'm wishing you the best of luck, Taigong. Much obliged. Oh, go for it, Taigong. Go for it. Do your thing. I don't know what exactly you're doing. I don't know where you were going with the entire Noah analogy, but go for it. The Kunlun Mountains belong to Yanshu Tianzun, invested in the fish-tailed golden crown and the crane robes, unite the heavens and the earth as one. An immortal aura, godly and pure, divine Xian of paradise, descend now before us. In my hands lie the peerless treasured blades. Encompassing geography and astronomy alike, the 8 trigrams lie within me. With them, I'm on equal footing with the divine Xian. And as proof, before me, the King Father of the East, Dong Wanggong. To my right, the Flame Emperor, Shenong. Behind me, the Queen Mother of the West, Xuanmu. To my left, the Mother Goddess, Nua. May the great Jade Emperor bestow his blessing upon us and the Tall Dragon Julong's radiant light. Protected memory space, force connection. Pop off, King, pop off. With initiative from Yanshu Tianzun, spirit from Limbao Tianzun, and expertise from Dao De Tianzun, I reach the heights of the heaven of Jade Purity. To the source of all things, Taiji, now hear my plea. Hurry up! And give me all you've got. That was a cool cutscene. Oh, wow. Tiny lights dance through the air. These light particles, presumably a result of Taigung Wang's spell, began to fill the hall, build a hall. And we're probably doing the same across the entire special region. They had a wound to them, as if they had a life of their own. Then, the particles began to surround Tunguska's body. Oh, that's cool. Holy.
My... Quite pretentious, Great Sage art you cast. Pushing yourself so far beyond your limits, all to launch me into space of all places.
I wish I could be there for the launch, but I doubt that will be an option, which is why I programmed it to work automatically. Once this place, your reality marble space-time has been completely frozen. It was spatially compressed into the shape of an egg. Not unlike the walled egg seen in Indian or oceanic mythology. One day, when humanity begins its restoration, the skies will open up again. When they do, your walled egg will be launched into the stratosphere and eventually arrive at a place where you can live in peace. It could be a corner of outer space, or it could be another celestial body. The rest will be up to you. You can set up your world where you like, and it's no business of mine what you do once you have. Humanity will not be able to interfere.
That sounds great. If it actually works out, I can think of many things more expensive and time-consuming than space exploration after all.
They completely changed the art style for her here.
You know, I still don't understand why work so hard to resolve this in a way that lets me live. I'm not the fair-faced golden fox. I'm not the evil demon you once pined for.
True, you're not. It's a great shame. I too was misled by my superior on that score.
My children will never grow or evolve. They're little more than mindless meat puppets. From your perspective, you must think my love and hate are simply warped. So why save a world like that? Why would you ever want to save me? I killed hundreds, thousands of animals, and even more unfairly than humans. I sworn vengeance upon humanity and gone around acting as though I speak for all animals. This kingdom I've made has no future whatsoever, and I didn't even try to give my subjects self-awareness or wills of their own. So why would you ever save a liar like me?
Don't worry about it. This is just something I want to do. Oh, come to think of it. Did I ever mention that I can be a bit egotistical? It's hardly my place to say liars should never be rewarded. I'm quite a skilled liar myself, you know? Besides, we humans have an obligation to do all we can for you in the natural world. Truth be told, there are few things in this world more evil than humans. From the very beginning of our story, a history, we've been responsible for countless deaths. For centuries, we've gone around wiping out other species as if our lives depended on committing mass genocide. We've killed and killed and killed, relentlessly, even enthusiastically. The number of lives we've taken must be beyond counting. We've done as we pleased, whenever we pleased. We have to make amends for these sins. Even if it's impossible now, it's something someone with the power to set things right must, and will, do one day. And today, well, it was just fortunate that someone with such a power happened to be around.
I see. Well, thank you for that positively vomit-inducing answer. Then allow me to respond in turn. You didn't come up with this plan just now, did you? You obviously had this in mind for someone else, and you just decided to do it here instead. Oh, right. Let me say one last thing, Chaldeans. I may have given in and acquiesced to going along with this plan. But I don't think this means our business is concluded. If I ever decide you like the power to clear the skies. Wow, you see where I'm going with this, yes? I'll crack my wall deck open from the inside, put my world's roots down in Tunguska, and eat up every last one of you humans alive. Make absolutely sure you never forget that. We will, I promise.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna forget something like that.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
No, nothing. I was just admiring the brave face you're putting on.
Ah, you really are an irritating little man, aren't you? But I guess it's alright. I'll play along and go to sleep, at least for now. Farewell, everyone.
Aren't you going to say thank you? And somebody does something nice for you, little Yaskaya, you're supposed to say thank you.
Wow. What's your problem, cat girl? What do you think you're doing? Interrupting my beauty sleep just before I'm about to nod off. Are you sure this is ever going to be a safe flight? Even going to be a safe flight?
Say it already!
No.
It's okay, you don't have to. Take care.
It really is frightening how steadily trusting you all are.
And it's done. Oh, it's the egg. The Koyan egg. According to myth, the world we live in was once an egg. And just as we living things were born, so too was the world around us. Thus, this world egg contains everything, even as it rocks in its cradle. I, Taigong Wang Lushang, the heroic spirit, declare to all the gods of the heavens and the earth. This world egg needs no protection and no blessing. It was decided for its own accord that it cannot coexist with humanity. And so, I ask only that it be given safe passage on this journey through the grand expanses of space. If possible, I also ask that my calculations for its course are perfect. Well then again, I'm sure they already are. World Konskaya, you who contain both sanctuary and hellscape. You who so despises humans. Peerless infant, monster born in and of Tunguska. May your journey be safe and... Oh. Damn, that was a long section, not gonna lie. Love is fate. Fate is... I didn't mind... I liked the dialogue in that one, but it was very long. What's up, Arnold? It started to divulge into a bit of a yapathon. The old Tunguska forest.
We're back on the bleached earth.
It's all the same everywhere you look.
Yes, senpai.
Also, apparently the epilogue is actually pretty damn long. So...
There's no more sign of NFF's headquarters, the dead zone, with the life zones, verdant forest and babbling brooks.
I have exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes left. We'll see.
They were here not long ago, and now they're all gone.
You want to start Charm today? No, 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 no. I have 1 hour and 15, so long, yeah.
No, that's not right. Since this endless white is the present default state of the world, maybe it's more accurate to say it's gone back to the way it used to be. It really is all gone without a trace, huh? Where's the world egg, Wang?
I hear it in a place. Time and space work a little differently. It's not as out there as void space, but it should keep the egg safe from anyone trying to meddle with it. Bro's got a dimensional pocket. Then, when the time comes, when the trees of emptiness roots are gone, and the skies are clear once more, it'll launch into space automatically, and no one will be the wiser.
So, set it and forget it, huh? Sounds good to me.
Hahaha. Phew, I have to say, I'm absolutely exhausted. Thanks for helping with Tunguska. I hardly did anything deserving of thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for indulging me. So, thank you.
Senpai.
I just had a thought. Oh, please tell us. You can become an evil of humanity without genuine love for humanity. Yep. So then how did Tunguska become a beast? Ah, now I see. I mean, that was like the first question that we all had. An excellent question. Unfortunately, one I'm happy to answer. You know how I told her that she doesn't actually care about humans at all.
Yes, I remember. You said you used your sage darts.
Indeed, indeed. I used them to look into the very core of her essential nature. How can I put this? You see, when I said she doesn't care about humans, I was maybe fibbing a little.
What?
Fibbing. Momo.
Hey now, settle down, fool. You're scaring Sabushang.
So, you're saying you lied? I did. Defiant. Okay, so what's up? Ow. But not in a bad way. I promise you, it wasn't some malicious deceit or anything like that. It was the kind of lie you can justify telling. It's the kind I told her. So, okay, you lie justified. Okay, what was it? Yeah, that's right. Although she actually does hate humanity. I sort of used that as a jumping off point to convince her otherwise. I mean, she really did seem like she couldn't care less about humans, right? That much was apparent in both her words and deeds. The idea that she didn't care either way was both true and false, a lie and not a lie. So yeah, she doesn't hate humans, and was genuinely looking forward to witnessing their extinction. But at the same time, given how she came into this world, she actually loves us too. Humans, humanity, humankind. No matter how much we may burn down forests or wipe out other species, no matter how much she may be aware of the fact that she can never peacefully coexist with us, she still sees us, the primates who claimed to dominate this world, just another species of the animals she loves. What's more, some animals even form bonds of friendships and love with humans. She can neither deny nor ignore that. All there is to say, she has genuine love for humankind. Which is also why she resents us so much. She absolutely meant it when she said she wanted us to die out. I feel like that's grasping at straws, but I'll allow it. The existence of the Dead Zone, which was filled with animosity and the drive to murder humans, and the various skills she acquired to kill us, her authority's manifestation. All of that was quite genuine. You remember those great horns she had, right? The mark of a mature beast. Yeah. And so, my conclusion is, Tunguska does, in fact, love humans. But at the same time, she also hates them and wishes them dead. So much so that it made her want to swear off humankind forever. Not that both loving and despising something at once is actually unusual. That's no less true for humans than it is for beasts. I guess so. Though some of us are more aware of that fact than others.
That's true. I think all the other beasts we've met so far.
Yeah, it is a bit of a stretch, yeah. It does make sense, but it is a... we are stretching here a bit, but it's fine.
You've held those same conflicting feelings to different degrees.
So does that mean that Koenskaya didn't want to hate us any more than she already did?
She didn't want to hate us anymore. Yes, I think I understand what you mean, Senpai. I think she chose to set sail across the Sea of Stars because she wanted to let go of that hate. Not for humanity's sake. No, that's not right. She did it for all animals, including humans.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Wang. Your time is up. Oh, it looks like my time is up. Oh, are you sad to see me go? That's so cute. More. Yes, don't worry, Sabushan. We're still going to go. Besides, it would be impossible to use a secret technique that would let us stick around, at least in this spirit origin. Though it's hard to tell which reason it is, given the timing and everything.
Huh?
Hard to tell the reason for what? I don't know. Well, I'm obviously about to return to the throne, but why? It's because the special region is gone. And humanity finally came to collect a rogue servant who's been going around without even a holy grail keeping him here. Or is it that I utterly demolished the spirit origin and spirit core by using a divine Xian level sage arts? Oh. Wow, what do you think? Man, I don't know. You're right, it is hard to tell with this timing. Of course, I'll accept my fate. Either way, I'm obligated to fulfill my responsibilities, given how Taomovich Koenskaya modeled herself. In the image of Daji, the fair goddess golden fox the fair-faced golden fox that is, our culture is, in a way, partially responsible for her, and taking that responsibility falls to me. But hey, at least I managed to do something about it. Not heartily. Wow, this is it. If we're fortunate enough to see each other again, I'd appreciate being summoned as a caster next time. I might just be able to come as a grand. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Idiot. You're supposed to come up with your farewell line ahead of time. Well, looks like it's my time too. Of course, I already know what I want to say. This was a good fight, a good adventure. I really enjoyed our journey together.
Oh.
I too. We had a few difficult battles. But we saw some beautiful things along the way too. So I really enjoyed myself too.
So long. And thanks for the fish. Bye, Caldia. Don't go dying on us too soon now, you hear?
Farewell. And just like that, they're gone. Oh, I'm gonna miss having them around. Tagong Wang, Sabushang, Nikitich, Dragon. I never did regain my memories. I really hope that doesn't mean I forget about all this after I go back to Caldia, you know?
If you do, I'll just tell you all about what happened again.
Oh, thanks, Master. You're so nice. Oh, are you trying to cheer me up? Goodbye, great heroes. You guys were lots of fun to hang out with. If we ever get to see each other again, I hope we can go drinking next time.
We'll definitely see them again.
Yeah, I think so too.
Charm is next, Charm.
Senpai, it's a shadow border. Hey, there you are. We got through. It went okay. And so is Ibuki Dojo, see? We're okay too. And don't worry, the shadow border is working just fine as well. We even managed to get in touch with the stone border, and they should be coming by to pick us up any moment.
Yep, so you all stay right where you are, got that? Oh, and one more thing. I'll tell you again properly after you get back, but I think you should hear this now too. Well done, both of you. I'm considering this Tunguska hunt a great success, so make sure you two write your mission reports accordingly. Yup.
Understood.
Okay, wrap it up. How's there 2 more arrows of this? And an epilogue. What else do we have to say? Ah, beautiful beast. A superlatively beautiful woman, your beauty undiminished by the dreadful harm you have done to this world and its people. You were truly strong. I lost more allies than I can count to you, many of whom I considered friends. I'll never forget the battle I fought to capture you. I thought so many times that I was about to die. But eventually, we won. We finally deposed the Shan dynasty and imprisoned you in demon-binding chains. You never stopped struggling. You were relentless in your determination to survive, even if you had to live in filth or subsist on mud. Over and over, you begged us to spare your life. Over and over, you cursed the world and everyone in it. Somehow, even that side of you was beautiful to me. Yes, even in your final moments. Goodbye. Goodbye, Daji, Millennium Fox Spirit. You, who are more beautiful and more terrifying than anyone I have ever known.
Yes, goodbye to you as well. You who are more detestable and more precious than any I have ever known. I hope your death is longer and more painful than any of your wretched kind. I'm afraid I won't be doing that. I'm going back to the Kunlun Mountains, and one day I'm going to become a Xian. Indeed. Indeed, I suppose you are, whereas I. No matter how much I wish for eternal life, I'll never get it, and you will. I hate everything about this. Well, fine then, if that's how it's going to be. I want you to live the rest of your eternal life cursed by every beast that lives.
You're cursing me. What's up, Matt?
Yes, I am. Unless you scoop up every last drop of blood that spills from my head after it's been cut off. You'll be cursed for all of eternity. If you're going to enjoy eternal life, you'll also have to live with eternal regret.
Charm today? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I need to finish this up in exactly an hour. And we have the epilogue left. You're really quite frightening, you know? I have a feeling we were not getting through all of the epilogue today.
You mean you didn't know? Yes, yes I am. I'm Dachi, the terrible nation-ruining beast, the living embodiment of disaster and an evil of humanity. And I'll always, always hate, curse, and despise you.
Okay, bro. Wrap it up. According to legend, Dagon Wang Lushang was so absorbed in his writings during the final days of the Shang dynasty that his wife filed for divorce and left him. Lamau. Years went by. After the fall of the Shang dynasty, after Lu Shang gained tremendous acclaim for his role as the head tactician of the new Zhou dynasty's army, he was given a domain of his own as a reward for his service. Shortly afterwards, his former wife reappeared, seeking reconciliation. Classic. In response, Lu Shang spilled some water from a bowl and said, "If you can return this water to the bowl, I'll let you back into my life." That's kinda cool, kinda based. But of course, spilled water never returns to the bowl. What has been spilled can never again be what it once was. A sad fact of life. Huh? You want to know what actually happened? Well, how can I put this? Huh? Where am I? I don't get it. I heard heroic spirits say in the Throne of Heroes, so if the throne is a collection of humanity's information, then this blue sky is probably a dream or something. Either that or some kind of hallucination. What's up, Manuel? Even that festival over there is probably... Wait, a festival? Don't tell me. It's Coachella? Now that I, the brave bogatyr Dobrynia Nikitic, am thought to be dead and never returning. Oh. Are they trying to make my young wife take a new husband, even as she waits so patiently for me? Is that what this festival is for? Some kind of bullshit of a wedding ceremony? Is that what's going on there? No. No, wait, that can't be right. I don't even know what year it is. Although, hang on. I'm pretty sure I set out to save humanity, or rather, my motherland of Russia. Hmm? So, does that mean heroic spirits are completely separated from the throne? Ah, whatever. So, are they really going after my wife while I'm away, again? Don't they ever get tired of trying the same stunt over and over? Good grief. Still, if Russia really is in danger, I have to save it. I am the eternal warrior who can do just about anything. Yeah. Except raising kids. That's right. It was 1908. In that year, I, Dobrynia Nikitic, materialized in Russia. As a bogatyr of the Sun Prince, I had some ties to the goddess of the sun as well. The radiant Eastern goddess was present, celebrating the birth of a new life. She said, "So what if this new life isn't human? So what if she was born screaming? Though she may not reach the sun at its zenith, she was still born from brilliant light. That makes her my child." I see, that makes sense. And so I ventured to the heart of the site of a massive explosion. I made my way through all sorts of obstacles, endured all kinds of troubles and hardships. I fought and killed some strange creatures, things that were neither dragon nor insect nor anything else I knew. They have been warped beyond recognition by the fragments of the rock that devastated Tunguska's forest. There, on top of a pile of fallen trees that had been burnt to a crisp, I found you, still a baby. I gave you a name, and I gave you food. I stayed with you for as long as I could, but I was still only a heroic spirit, an empty, transient shadow. I couldn't be there to raise you to adulthood, much as I wished otherwise. I couldn't be there to lessen the burden of your curse, or to let you vent your frustrations. I could only be there when you met your end. I'm sorry, Askaya. I hope you can forgive me. So you're telling me Dobrynia Nikitic is the one who gave Koenskaya her name? She will, I'm sure of it. Okay. That's kinda random, but okay. Ah, it's you, my beloved spouse. If you don't believe me, check for yourself one day. I bet you'll find Yaskaya is more willing to forgive than you suspect. You think so? I hope you're right. I can't imagine she will, still. It would be so nice if she would. Okay, sure. She's still Tamon Maya at heart. Wait, what? She's still just a little bit of a softie. She is? She's a Tamon Maya at heart? Okay. Hugh Hefner. I don't hate every last human. There's at least one exception. Hugh Hefner. Huh. Who's that? I don't know. Let's go to the epilogue. I'm just skimming through it. Unlike the other alter ego, she has the ability to travel between lost bouts. Okay. Grand secret goal to travel around as an alter ego. Beast 4L. Inhuman Hush also merely copying. Okay. L went out of her way to make familiars out of life forms. Yes. Every such enemy produces an NFF sticker. Yep. In the world without outside help. Did not come into existence. Okay. Authority, anti-humanity. Yep. Nice consciousness. Nega self C. The generated the shadow, the various animals she incorporated. Okay, yeah, that's animals. Morph. Yep. Disciples, one of the three alter egos. Yep, but she's not. Incineration. Tunguska incident, the collective thoughts. Even Tamona Mai herself was convinced Koenskaya was so much like her that she thought she might be her alter, despite having no recollection of Koenskaya. Company foreign god plan, but in fact, to vacant seat. Yep. Her ears are not fox ears, but rabbit ears. What? As rabbit ears exist solely to be prey, and since she contains a rabbit soul deep down in her core, she has no sympathy for predators, regardless of whether she's allied with them, and has a small soft spot for prey. That's why she killed the Sakura face in LB6. That's why she hated her. She became a predator. Confrontation between foreign god and Chaldea. Yeah, as herself. Muriel, that's it. She escaped the anti-primate. Yeah, she is a rabbit. She didn't kill her. She didn't kill her. She just flipped on her. Yeah. The reason she was unable to become the class. Lost turned out to be more. Wait, Beast 4 Lost. Oh, that's what L stands for. Ooh. Okay, sure. She wanted Fujimaru as her ninth tail. Ooh, shit. Pinky. Okay. Okay. What would be her eighth tail? I'm guessing the seventh tail would be LB7. What would be the eighth one? If the ninth one would be Fujimaru, what's the eighth one? Preservation of Humanity Clock. December 31st, 2019. Caldia World Clock. December 31st, 20XX. Sure. 9:30 p.m. inside the dock. Caldia base under lockdown.
I wonder what's going on, Senpai.
I didn't think we'd be coming back to a lockdown. I swear, what's this all about? Don't they realize we just got back from a successful beast hunt? If anything, I wasn't expecting them to throw us a party in the cafeteria or roll out a red carpet up in the command room. Why are they keeping us here in the dock? And what's this emergency briefing all about? Where's Shion? Why isn't she here right now?
I'm sorry, Commander. Shion gave us these instructions herself. I was really looking forward to cooking up a feast to welcome you all back, but we can't use any of the base's facilities today.
Wait, has it been a year at this point since the Bleached Earth happened? Didn't that happen around New Year of the previous year as well? Or am I is my timing wrong? The timing is always confusing me in this one.
I'm afraid I have to ask you all to return to your rooms. I'm sure the Marines will come get you as soon as it's time for the briefing.
Yeah? Okay.
If I had to guess, I'd say they're getting up for a big end of year's cleaning. Shion's always been a stickler for things like that. So she probably wants to usher in the new year with a proverbial clean slate.
Huh? Professor, where's Holmes? Prince Kai's reality marble forced him to disappear when we first arrived, but he's got to be back by now, right?
Oh yes, he's here. Now the Beast 4 signal is gone, the Spirit Origin graph is working fine again, so we're good. I believe he's going over your combat logs from this latest mission with Shion in the command room right now.
Gotcha. That does sound like him. Okay, we'll go along with the instructions too. So Shura head to the command room while everyone else heads back to their rooms. Actually, Da Vinci, we'd like you to go back to the porter's computer room. Shion said she needs your help with some urgent clerical work there. Urgent, huh? Well, that doesn't sound good, but sure, no problem. I had it pretty easy this last mission anyway. Alright then, everyone, please head back to your rooms. And congratulations on a well-deserved victory. End of year cleaning, huh? Maybe the Marines are cleaning the communal spaces then.
Also, is this a multiple arrows or is it just one really long arrow? Because I have 45 minutes. We'll see how it's gonna go.
I think I'll go help them after I get back to my room. Why don't you get some rest, Senpai? It's a very long battle after all.
One really long? Oh. Good idea. Maybe I'll grab some Sharai.
I think that would be best. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at the command room.
Oh, okay. Fo's just been staring up at the ceiling ever since we got here.
Knock knock, I'm here to help you pack. Here you go, just throw all your stuff into this container.
What's this about packing?
Huh? You mean you haven't heard? You guys are all moving to new rooms, right? So you're supposed to gather up your personal belongings in 30 minutes and meet up at the dock when you're done.
Oh, really?
Oh, and don't worry about tidying up or cleaning the room. Shion said you won't be using it again anyway, so why bother? Now go on, hurry up. Besides, the captain was all... It's very important that everyone be on time for this. You sound real serious too.
Why are we changing rooms and why is this one not gonna be used again?
I'm glad to see that everyone made it back to Caldia with base without any casualties. Congratulations on your successful beast hunt.
Thank you.
Boy, that is a load off my shoulders. It's good to have one fewer unknown quantity to account for. Now, if you can just use the essence of the sacred sword we obtained in Britain to create a spell optimized against a foreign god, then we can finally make our move on the enemy's home base.
Speaking of the enemy's home base, Miss Shion, you presume that the foreign god will create her own reality marble-like domain, much the way Tunguska did, yes? Is that the remaining unknown quantity you're concerned about?
Huh? Did I let it slip there, or is... wait. Did I let it slip that there is only one unknown quantity left without realizing it? I thought I did a good job keeping that a secret. I don't even tell Captain.
Oh, I expect any number of people besides myself could have figured that out from your various intimations. You've never objected to any of our numerous operations, but you've been most insistent about the order in which they've been performed. It was hardly a stretch to determine you did so to eliminate the various concerns you've foreseen in a particular order. And now, Beast 4, the greatest obstacle standing in our way, is out of the picture. I was under the impression that she was the last such concern you had. However, I was clearly mistaken given that you are now mentioning another such concern. And since I cannot imagine there are multiple variables more concerning than the threat Beast 4 posed, the logical conclusion is that only one remains, no? Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that about sums it up. I should have known you would figure it out, Sherlock Holmes. There's one final matter I would like you to attend to before I show down with the foreign god.
What might that be? Determining her true identity, or notable traits?
No, we'll not be able to do anything about that until we actually face off against her. No, the last variable I'm concerned about is much simpler than that. But I can't blame you for not knowing what it is. After all, this is a problem even you overlooked. Really, I didn't know what else to do about it but laugh. If not even Shiba can observe this particular problem, there's no way we can do anything about it. I'm sorry, this is really not the time to be laughing at the sheer magnitude of the danger. Holmes, I would like you to bring them the spirit origin graph. There's a small chance I might not be able to bring it all the way to the border, but you can definitely get it there. Caldia base is in an extremely precarious situation right now. According to my thought acceleration and memory partition, I cannot guarantee you our safety even 10 minutes from now. So I need you to get to the border ASAP and bring Da Vinci the graph.
You can't guarantee our safety. Do you mean you can't be sure what's going to happen in the future, even with your powers of calculation and prediction? Then why not use Trismegistus 2 instead, since it can calculate even more than you can?
I would, but I cannot. At the present moment, it's no more than an overlarge paperweight. I've already moved its data to another container, and I'm rebooting it even as we speak.
Then you need me to transport the spirit origin graph because...
Exactly. I'm glad I do not need to waste time explaining further. Just between you and me. Trismegistus II predicted that Caldia would suffer some very heavy losses on this last mission. Why, it had to declare the mission would be a failure. Can you think of any reason why, Holmes?
Of course, reading the logs earlier was enough to give me a chill. Beast 4 had been saddled with a significant disadvantage before she could hatch, the curse she received in Britain. That curse forced Tunguska into a difficult position, leaving her no choice but to undergo rapid growth. But even so, the Livermet's loss was all but inevitable, and not because he and his team would be unable to defeat her in battle. Their fates were sealed the moment their fates were sealed the moment they set foot in her domain and went to fight her at its center.
Right. Beastwar was prepared to destroy herself, along with her domain and everything inside it. Essentially, she had set a trap in which her hunters would die the moment they defeated her. If you consider living to fight another day the true victory, then Kalia would normally have lost that fight.
But, what's up, Kev?
Indeed, thanks to Taigon Wang, Director Gordo's personal feelings.
Are we done with Tunguska? This is the epilogue.
Master Delivermet's clinching remark.
Koenskaya was convinced not to go through with her self-destruction, and it was surely nothing short of a miracle. They successfully transformed the fight to the death into a discussion, thereby eliminating the idea of victors and losers entirely.
Yes, it's the best result I could have hoped for. I knew my fate in Chaldea would be rewarded. That being said, according to Trismegistus II, Chaldea is going to be wiped out today. There's nothing we can do to avoid it. This is where a true loss comes.
Whoop. Warning. Warning. Report. Gravitational shift detected 3,000 meters above the Wandering Sea. Matching sample phenomenon. Olympus. Matching practitioner. You, Olga Marie. President? Miss President? What are you doing here? Conclusion. Pseudo black hole created by the foreign god. What? That isn't ideal. Oh boy! Was her voice again? During Fuyuki, I remember we gave her like a Valley Girl voice. Fuck it. Oh my goodness. An island that moves with the void sea. A mirror image reflected in a place cut off from space-time. An interesting idea. At least they're Earthlings. What's up, Harimia? That explains why not even my omnipotent sight, able to see down to the level of individual particles, could find it. It doesn't exist in this time. There was no point in scouring the ocean to find it, since it was never within my grasp in any case. To put it as Earthlings might, it's like you've been jacking my signal. Or maybe it's because you've been hiding in my backyard. However, your pathetical hideout is a secret no more. Do you see? Once I really started looking, it took me all of 3 seconds to find. I haven't been harmed, of course, but I still need to punish you for having the temerity to defy your god. Hear me now. You fire-wielding insects, you miserable nest of hornets. Your sovereign has decided that you shall all be crushed like the insects you are. Well, that doesn't sound good. Warning, the foreign god is creating a gravitational field in Wandering Sea airspace. Prediction, the Wandering Sea will be destroyed in 15 minutes. Evacuate immediately. She's 3 kilometers away, how can we hear her? It's Magecraft. It's a gas leak. All Chaldean staff are to proceed directly to the shadow border at the dock. I repeat, the foreign god is creating...
Seriously, I thought there was no way the Wandering Sea could be found.
That woke me the fuck up, though. I was getting sleepy.
When you say gravitational field, you're talking about the kind of black hole we saw in Olympus, right? Until the Wandering Sea can endure something like that, what's gonna happen to the base?
Mesh, check if someone's missing.
Yes, Senpai. All the Chaldean staff are here and making their way onto the shadow border. The only ones we're still missing are Holmes and she... Ah!
My apologies for the delay. I'll explain later. Time's of the essence. I had the spirit origin graph right here. Come, we need to escape immediately. Believe me, I'd love to do just that. But what about Shion? I'm going to need to have a talk with her about failing to foresee this despite all her talk about prognostication. At this point, she's as much a member of Chaldea's staff as anyone. We can't leave her behind. Huh. I wish you could have heard you say that, Gordolf. But right now, our own escape takes precedence. Miss Shion said as much herself. She also said she would catch up to us later. Her exact words were, "My name is on the lease to the Wandering Sea, so to speak, which makes it my responsibility to shut the 5 gates completely. Doing so will take her approximately 20 minutes. I just know what that means."
But Holmes, that's...
We gotta go back and get her. No, Deliverman. That's not what it means. She was very clear with me on this point.
Make sure to prioritize Chaldea's escape above all else. I promise I'll catch up to you soon. Well, soon might not be entirely accurate, but I'll definitely be there for your final battle. There's a whole reason I ran away from the Atlas Institute after all. For the record, this is all playing out exactly as I predicted. I'm actually something of a hardcore gamer.
Ooh, that line.
So believe me when I say I'm absolutely not going to die without seeing how it all ends.
That was rough. Remember, Shion is an Atlas alchemist, and they do not make future predictions lightly. As such, I accept what she said as fact. If you want proof of that, consider that we are all here and prepared to depart on the shadow border. Meanwhile, Da Vinci and Captain are already on the storm border, preparing it for launch as well. She always knew this would happen. As such, we can be reasonably certain that she has also prepared her own individual method of escape. I suppose you have a point. I did wonder why I was suddenly asked to pack my belongings. But I suppose it only makes sense that our enemy would begin taking more proactive measures against us now that there's only one lost belt left. So it was forever inevitable that we would have to leave this place sooner or later. Indeed, there's bound to come a point where we could no longer remain at the Wandering Sea. Hence the living quarters on the storm border. Shion planned to use it as our next base of operations from the very beginning. Remember, Chaldea was never officially under the Wandering Sea's protection. I believe it should strive to protect all those living in the present, without aligning with any particular faction. An organization that tries to protect those living in the present, unaligned with any particular faction. Yeah, indeed. Yes, you're absolutely right, Administrative Advisor. What's up, gents? Yep. Manure, deliver Matt, get your light. Hurry up and board the shadow border already. The rest of the staff got on ages ago. Yep.
Connection to Celine's Gate, severed. Connection to Ellen's Gate, severed. Connection to Gwenon's Gate, severed. Connection to Shiruka's Gate, severed. Connection to Gane's Gate, Oh? Is something wrong, Professor? Did you forget something? Or rather...
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Is that the guy from Carnival with the cats and stuff? The Nakata Joji guy?
Do I owe the pleasure? I never expected to see a mage of the real Wandering Sea reveal themselves to a modern mage.
Isn't that strange? This will be the last time you and I see each other. Have things changed so much that it's no longer considered polite to part ways in person?
Ah, I see. No, you're right. That remains polite in the modern era. Unfortunately, our institute has sort of been going its own way for a long time now. Our members tend to favor meetings over screens, mirrors, threads, the internet, everything besides speaking in person. I'm something of an iconoclast at the Atlas Institute myself. The Elton family has a spiritual technique called Etherite that enables us to hack directly into other people's brains and hijack them for our own ends. However, my father was quite a doting parent, and he showered me with affection every chance he got. I think that's why I came to see the value of interacting with other people in person. That's why I do not use Etherite, no matter how handy it is, as well as why I'm so naturally upbeat. So I'm truly both honored and delighted that you came to see me yourself. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to speak with you face to face. You're still in the time period, right? Is it not costing a staggering amount of magical energy to make this call?
It is. Enough to kill an entire continent. But no matter, I didn't have anything better to do with it anyway. That's why my mentor agreed to let me waste it on a visit to the future.
Your mentor? Do you mean one of the mages who created the real Wandering Sea? I was told there was no one left behind in Ghana. But between you and your mentor, it sounded like there were two.
I was told there was no one left behind in Ghana, but between you and your mentor it sounds like there were two. Okay, yeah. Only within the Lost Wells, that is. Outside of them, Ghana, the Gate of Rebirth, should rightly no longer exist in your time. Regardless, the Wandering Sea in 2019 is now about to disappear. It's no business of Chaldea's whether I exist or not.
Oh, so you're not going to scold me, even though this island is about to be destroyed as a result of you lending it to me?
Of course, the Wandering Sea will always exist. In the distant past, they built a workshop on a remote island in the far-off seas to cut themselves off from humans and gods alike. And they erased it, along with the area surrounding it, from that universe. The Wandering Sea is now a child lost in space-time, an eternally missing person. No one can observe it, or touch it. No one except for the Five Gates. The Wandering Sea that appears in every time period is no more than the shadow cast by what the Wandering Sea once was. Even if the Wandering Sea of 2019 is destroyed, it only affects 2019. The destruction will not affect the past, the future, or, of course, the true Wandering Sea itself, as it was completely erased from space-time.
Now I see. I used to think that each of the 5 gates led to a workshop. But they're time gates. I understand it now. They're able to communicate with the Wandering Sea from before it was erased, no matter the time period.
Exactly. I was once a mage from the AD era, just like you. I only began living in the Wandering Sea after my mentor in Ghana invited me to join. He said you were an iconoclast at the Atlas Institute, which means there's nowhere in this world for you to call home. There are only so many mages who can learn the Wandering Sea's teachings.
I know. I've heard you gather applicants only once a year, each time choosing only one to join you.
That's right. However, there are actually very few qualifications to becoming one of us. As long as the mystics, fates, align such that you are there when the gate opens, it doesn't matter who you are. And one of the Wandering Sea's gates is open right now, Shion Eltnam.
Thank you. Fabro Rowan.
Fabro Rowan.
I appreciate your offer, but I'm afraid there are still things I need to do here. Do not worry, I'll lock up properly before I leave. Well, I'm sure you and the other members of the Wandering Sea consider the foreign god to be a problem you can safely ignore until the distant future. For myself, the Livermed, and the rest of Chaldea, it's a matter requiring our urgent attention and action. So I cannot go through the gate with you this time. And if this should prove to be the only time the gates open before me, then it will simply mean it was not meant to be, and I'll just have to try and win a different lottery. So I thank you, sincerely, for all your help thus far.
I see. Very well then. I will leave the cleanup to you. One last thing. We of the Wandering Sea did not lend Chaldea shelter. We gave you an opportunity, Shion. An opportunity for this incomprehensibly bizarre plan of yours. Safe travels, Shion Eltnam, daughter of the Black Earth. Huh? Also, that's the most Nakata Joji expression I've seen. Go wherever your heart. No, your predictions take you, like a lone bird, soaring to the underworld.
Very peculiar analogy. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware, I have no connection to either the underworld or birds. And well, maybe it will all make sense someday. Now then, I'd better get to work. It would be no fun just allowing the base to be destroyed. If it's going to go out anyway, then it may as well go out with a bang of its own making. Now then, let us see just how much punishment the foreign god's physical body can actually withstand.
Interesting. Daughter of the Black Earth.
Oh man, the gravity field is already sucking up the top of the Wandering Sea. We can't wait any longer, Captain, or we'll never get enough speed to escape.
I know. Tomlin, Kata, Octavia, Chin, Kayan, Auron, Marcus, Manur. Deliveryman, Mesh, Foe, Gordolf, Holmes. There. That's everyone on board. Stormboulder, emergency launch. We're getting out of these waters at full speed.
That's all well and good, but what if that damn Olga Marie comes after us? Look, she seems like she's wide open right now. What if we took this chance to strike? Yeah? Are you gonna do it, Gordolf? I ain't doing it.
There's no point. We don't have any weapons capable of even scratching her. If she decides to come after us, then we'll just have to make sure she doesn't catch us. All hands, to your seats. Professor, set the ship's inertial dampeners to maximum. Bridge to the bow. Move the dimensional piercing time machine to the stern. We're going to use the aperture recall to help us accelerate. This will be our fastest launch ever. Professor, I'm counting on you to control the hull.
Yep, you got it. My calculations are all done, so I'm going to do whenever.
So I'm good to go to whenever. Set all 4 Triton engines to full throttle. Stormboulder, move out!
Yeah, I don't think it's the first time we hear the names. I remember there being a moment where we list all of them before. The fireworks. Did we make it out? Are we dead?
Yes. No sign of pursuit from the foreign god. We just left the North Sea. We're currently on a course for the center of the Eurasian continent. We'll continue heading east towards the Pacific Ocean. Any other questions, Da Vinci? Holmes?
What happened to the foreign god? I thought I saw a nearly blinding flash of light while we were making our escape.
I'm betting that was the Wandering Sea's... No, Xian's counterattack. The same way the foreign god compresses ultra-high density mass to generate gravitational fields. Xian compressed the Wandering Sea down as small as it could go, then hit the foreign god with the full force of its decompression. Though I can tell that the foreign god isn't coming after us because it injured her. Or if she just didn't notice us escaping.
I see. So she refused to go down without a fight, eh? I'd expect nothing less from an Atlas alchemist. But now what do we do? Is she really going to come back? And don't we need her to keep the stone border working and to have Chismagistus II come up with mission strategies? Oh, hi.
No need to worry about that. Chismagistus II is already here on the stone border. That's the whole point of the end-of-year renovation, after all. Is there anything more iconic than a giant supercomputer in a massive flying battleship? It really is the stuff of dreams.
What?
Huh?
Xian.
I can see from the looks of your on your faces that you thought I blew up along with the Wandering Sea. I appreciate your concern. I'm sorry for misleading you. I'm actually have a somewhat unusual constitution.
Elaborate? Yeah, she meant to say a Are there any other words? Shoot, I don't know. I don't know what you meant.
After locked up the Wandering Sea, I set the island to south the shaft and came to the stone border by myself. It's kind of like manipulating my existence probabilities. You can think of it as something similar to Eumation's automation.
No, I see. Of course, an alchemist who lives by numbers would never willingly blow themselves up, sacrifice their own life. Vampini. What matters to them is not what follows after the fact, but their currently ongoing calculations. Your every action serves your own interest, or so I presume.
Correct. As I say, the good you do for others is good you do yourself.
Why couldn't you have told us this sooner? You just had to play the martyr, didn't you? Do you have any idea how worried we were? Oh, well, not me, of course. I'm the Iron Commander. Did you ever stop to think about, wait, how the rest of the staff must feel? We don't need to see any more sacrifices, damn it.
Oh, is that true, everyone?
Damn straight. Glad you're okay.
Me too. And I think I speak for everyone when I said we all feel the same way. I'm so happy to see you back safe and sound, Xian. It must have been very hard work, demolishing that Wandering Sea like that. Damn, I had no idea. Well, I wasn't worried. I know you're tougher than most servants. More importantly, now that we've all caught our breath, we should decide on our next course of action.
Well, I had no idea she was tough like that.
As of now, we'll be conducting our missions from the stone border. We'll continue to fly in random directions across Earth, so the foreign god can't track us down again. We'll only land for maintenance and refueling. The stone border may be an excellent ship, but even it can only last so long without a proper port of call. Which means we'll only be able to pull off one more major operation before we need to dock. Do keep that in mind.
We're well aware. Regardless, only one lost belt remains. Once we have completed the spell, we need to face the foreign god. Caldia will make its way into the 7th lost belt. It won't be long now before we confront you, Olga Marie, the being who calls herself the foreign god. I just have no issues, Commander Gordolf, Mr. Delivery Man. No, we're finally about to enter the final phase of this campaign. Fight with me, let's do this thing, I say, but only once we're prepared for every contingency we possibly can. Also, we need to keep note of the timeline, because I feel like this is one thing that we always keep talking about like which year is it, what time is it. Right now it's the 31st of December 2019, so from here on out everything's gonna be 2020 in the game. I feel like I need to remember that.
Of course. We do need to process the essence of the Sacred Sword, of course, but also imperative that we figure out what makes the foreign god tick. Is she really Olga Marie, the former director of Chaldea? Why does she look the way she does?
How old the MC is? He's 12.
Until now, defeating her has been our only choice, but the more we can understand our enemy, the more options are open up to us. This last mission with Tunguska proves it, right, Delivermet?
Right.
So now that that's settled, we should start getting used to a new environment. I say we all split up and work together to make the stone border the best damn base Chaldea's ever had, starting with checking out new facilities Shion built for us. Hope you guys are ready, cause I think we're about to be busier than ever.
Wait, that's it? Oh. Honestly, I was expecting this to be at least twice as long. This was shorter than the first section of or not the first section, but section. This was shorter than section 12 of Tunguska. I thought it was gonna be a lot longer. It was only like what, half an hour long or something? This is the plug suit. Hi. That's not what I was expecting. That took me by surprise. It's the same, it's an OST? Or it's the remix? A different version of it. Okay, let me go in. I want to see what the new plug suit does. Oh. Holy Grail casting has been unlocked in Da Vinci's workshop. Use servant coins to the Holy Grail casting to cast Holy Grails. Oh, thank you. Traum. Okay, fancy animations. Traum! Realm of the Thanatos Impulse. Traum. What? This is a fragment depicting the story between clearing Lost Belt 6 and the beginning of Lost Belt 7. You can begin Lost Belt 7 without clearing Thanatos Impulse Traum. Thanatos Impulse is a banger of a name though. Golden Sea of Trees. Now we meet Plan. Holy shit. We are here. We are here. A roadmap. I'm not clicking on shit here. I'm gonna start the story accidentally. Oh, another one of these? Thanks. Oh. Wow. Holy shit. Wait, I wanted to check out what the thingy does. Where do I go? I don't wanna spend time here. Wait, let me just actually go into a random fight here. Just so I can see the thingy. It doesn't matter who I choose. I just want to see. Increase attack and MP strength for all allies for 1 turn. Restore HP, remove attack debuffs for a single ally. And then, plug. Remove attack debuffs. Okay. Wait, the cooldowns though. 15, 12, 15. So this goes down to 13. This goes down to 10. This goes down to 13. Oh, it's the same. Wait, this one is even less, actually. Okay. How much is the MP strength up? It's probably a decent amount, right? The Oberon plug. True. Oberon doubles this. I am going to miss the stun. 20? Okay. I'm gonna miss the stun for boss fights and stuff, but 30 attack, 20 MP. Okay. Because honestly, for a lot of the boss fights, this stun came in so clutch. But the first skill is gonna be really good, though. Especially for farming. For farming, it's gonna be great. For farming, it's gonna be awesome. Some extra damage. Because stun is useless for farming. Ult plug was like 50% attack. Okay, I mean, it's less saturation, right? That's fine. If you split the buffs, it's less saturation. Clutch and the Sentinels having stun immunity. Okay, okay, okay. What the fuck? Zeno. What the that's a fucking banger. Check out Grail casting. I will. That's insane, Zeno. That's an insane thumbnail. I'm gonna set it after the stream. Grail casting. That's crazy. Thank you. Oh, what the fuck? Up to 2 grails per month. $2,000. Holy shit, 500 of Roma. Okay, nice. Can I held. Held. Can I reverse it? Oh yeah, I can. Oh, okay. So I just use those up here, and I have enough for 1 grail. MC was 16 at the start, 2017 NA. So we're gonna be 19 at the end of in this year, in 2020. Ooh. Coins for grails, coins for grails. At this point in the game, a lot of people are out of coins. I mean, I still have like 30 something grails or something, or maybe around 40 at this point. So I don't really need new grails right now, but unlocked all the pens before burning the coins. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna burn the coins until I actually feel like I need grails. Right now, I don't need grails for anything. You know what I realized yesterday? You need later? Yeah, for level 100, but that's gonna be later. You know what I realized yesterday? I was just going through my units, and I realized that my mesh... Where is she? Was at 80 out of 90. You'll get refunded at anniversary? Yeah. I realized that my mesh had been at 80 out of 90. I never knew that. I saw people talking about, I saw people talking about how, oh, your mesh isn't even 90. And I thought the people were saying that I should grail my mesh to 90. I was like, I'm not gonna grail my mesh to 90. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna spend my grails on a mesh so I can get it to 90. And then yesterday, I checked it. And her level was at 80 out of 90 already. I don't even need to grail her. You've seen this in LB6? I thought she was grailed in LB6. Coins to unlock the low stars. Yeah, probably. Try grailing Mesh and see what happens. She a 5-star now? No, she's grailed. She's not a 5-star, she's grailed. Oh, wait. Try to see what happens. Can you grail her? She's not here. You can't. She was 100 learning story? Yeah. Well, you learn something new every day, huh? Oh, also, I leveled up my Aoko a bit more. She's, I think she's 10-10-7? Yeah, 10-10-7. I'm just a few, of those cotton balls away, rainbow threads away from 10-10-10-ing her. All the Mesh girls you saw were just story level ups? Thoughts on Tunguska not including the epilogue? Where's Alice levels? I'm waiting for the Obsidian Blades. Wait, I'm gonna get to my thoughts. Obsidian Blades drop in May. I'm waiting for the Obsidian Blade tickets in May. The current event, I know. That's why I'm gonna get them. I'm also gonna get my Habitrat skill 2 to level 10 as well with those threads, because I am also lacking them for skill 2 to get her to 10 so that she can have an AT charge and then a pen to 10 as well. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, thoughts on Tunguska. Ooh. It had some cool ideas. I honestly think the biggest fault of Tunguska is it tried to stall it out for some reason for as long as possible. I don't know who decided that they should be as long as possible, because I feel like they had a solid idea for it. And it was a pretty simple idea of basically just a boss rush, and I kind of like that. And then obviously during the boss rush you get a little bit of the mystery of like who Koyanskaya is, which I think is kind of cool. And I like the entire biology of like the animals, how it all works, and the ideology of Koyanskaya and like how she thinks and stuff. That was all cool. I hate the fact that they tried to stall it out for as long as they did. Like every single thing, all of the dialogue with especially Nikitic. I think Nikitic, she was, and I don't know what she was like in the source material or anything, or he, I guess, was like in the source material. I'm not familiar with it whatsoever, but just as a standalone character in a vacuum without knowing the source material, she was taking me out of the vibe of the story a lot. Like the bosses, I don't mind. I don't have much of an opinion on the bosses. I think the Koyan fight could be fine, could be fun, especially if you do it without the wheel. I feel like it's probably pretty fun, because you can probably do it pretty easily once you just bring like a bunch of AoE servants and some supports, and then just AoE her down. I think it's pretty easy in that way. But yeah, I think the story had its moments. I really liked all the Taigong Wang flashbacks. I think they were all really fun and well written. I liked a lot of the Koyan flashbacks as well. They were kind of cool and interesting. I think the ending was dragging on for definitely too long. But all in all, it was a short story, so I don't have too strong of an opinion on it. I didn't think it was like horrible, but there were definitely just some moments that took me out of it, but that's it. So it was written, maybe. 5 more chapters were cut. I don't know, because I feel like if they were even if they would just add in more chapters, it wouldn't feel right. Because like there were so many times where I would play a story and then it would feel like really interesting, and then it would suddenly start, the pacing would just slow down to like do a picnic and like a bit with Nikitic and Ibuki. And then you would be like, what the fuck is happening? I was so locked in into like this mystery and stuff, and now you're, and like the Taigong Wang was talking about, and now you took me out of it for like 10 minutes of just yapping from like Nikitic and Ibuki of like going on a picnic and being all goofy and stuff. So even if you add like a bunch of other chapters into it, I don't think it would make it better. Who Dobrynia is? Oh, people said that it's the wife, right? Better or worse than LB3? I mean, it's the good thing about this, and this is a good in air quotations, the good thing about this story is that it's quick, at least, right? Even with all of the padding, it still is very quick compared to LB3. LB3 had some cool stuff in it. I really like the Qin Shi Huang fight, and I mean, I like Xiang Yu. He's my goat, right? I like the Chinese servants and stuff. But now thinking back on it, LB3 just feels extremely empty. And it's a lot longer, right? That's the problem with LB3. Yeah, the dragon was the wheel. Yeah. Like LB3 more than LB4 and 2. I respect it. You know what? I'm gonna say I respect it because Xiang Yu's there. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on Tunguska. It's fine. It's fast. You can do this in like a few hours, in like an afternoon if you read it on your own. You quickly do the fights and stuff. You can do this in like an afternoon probably. Just lock in, do it fast. I think that's your bias, Kev, because you're disappointed. I feel like the more you know about like a certain, I guess, culture and stuff, when that kind of culture gets explored in especially FGO, you end up being disappointed usually. That's just how it is. I feel like that's the nature of it. But yeah, and then the epilogue was awesome. That got me locked into it. Yeah, it was the epilogue was really cool. I'm biased, yeah. I know. So I'm excited. I don't know anything about Traum. Zero clue about it. Thanatos Impulse. Isn't Thanatos the god of death? Or something along those lines, or something to do with death. I'm hyped for that. I am extremely hyped for that. Or like, isn't it the it's Styxia, right? Or Styx, River Styx or whatever. The river, Thanatos, Achilles, yep, and the god of death. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to piece together all things that I know. Okay, this is the god of the dead. Yeah, the god of the underworld, right? Traum means dream in German. Well, here we go. I'm sure it's gonna be a nice and dreamlike LB 6.5. I don't know what it's considered as, but yeah. Anyways. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Perfect timing for everything. I do need to go, so not gonna be live tomorrow because I feel like Fridays are gonna be what Thursdays were previously. So Fridays I'm just not gonna be live. But I should be live on Saturday at a normal time, 4 p.m. CST or CEST, and I don't have any other obligations, I don't think, in the afternoon, so we can maybe do a bit of a longer stream finally. It feels like an eternity since we last had a stream longer than like 3 hours. What's up, Dimes? I'm just wrapping up. So finally on Saturday we can do a bit of a longer stream and fully like sink our teeth into Traum, which is gonna be hype. Thanos' impulse in psychology is the impulse for self-destructive behavior. Ooh, that's hype. Oh, that's hype. That actually does make me excited. Okay, I'm excited for it. Anyways, yeah, I do need to go. So thank you guys for joining this weird timed stream today, and short stream, of course. But it is what it is. And see you guys on Saturday when we start Traum. So see you guys then. Bye.